This program is brought to you by Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. Colorbond Steel, loved by Australia. Are you in? The Star. Actron Air, be in your element. Ask for an Actron. And iCare, providing insurance and care for the people of New South Wales.
Welcome to the 2021 Master Builders Association Awards, coming to you from the Star in Sydney, with your hosts, Johanna Griggs and Peter Colquhoun.
How exciting is this to be back in a room together?
Yes, Joe, the great COVID smoko is over.
Well, at least we hope so. Welcome, everyone. I'm Johanna Griggs.
And I'm Peter Colquhoun.
And this is the 2021 Master Builders Association Excellence in Housing Awards.
For an incredible 148 years, this non-for-profit organisation has supported members of the building construction industry.
And each year recognises those who've achieved the very highest level of excellence in civil engineering, residential and commercial building.
And when they say excellence, Joe, they mean it. To win an award, entrants must have achieved a high-quality build that displays clever solutions to design challenges, features intelligent use of materials, is value for money and innovative.
Well, Peter, that is a very tall order, but there were over 300 entries from builders proud to showcase their work. Well, let's start the awards by welcoming to the stage Mr. Simon Pilcher, the President of Master Builders Association of New South Wales.
Thanks, Joe. Yes, this year's awards have certainly highlighted the quality of building and construction throughout New South Wales. Throughout the last 18 months, the Association's main focus has been keeping our industry open, viable and working safely. Tonight's recognition of excellence will allow all of us to pause a little and share the extraordinary skill and ability of our industry. It is fantastic to note that not only did we receive a large number of young builder nominations, but the calibre of these nominations was simply amazing. This is great news for the future of our industry. The industry should be very proud of our members' achievements, and on behalf of the Master Builders Association of New South Wales, I offer my congratulations to all entries. We hope you all enjoy these awards. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Short, sharp and to the point, but you're right, this industry has an awful lot that it should be proud of.
Now, Joe, we all know you've swum your fair share of pools over the years, plenty of laps around the country and internationally. Let me ask you, though, what makes a good swimming pool?
Well, these days I would actually drown in a bathtub, but we used to love a fast pool. But luckily that wasn't one of the criteria for our finalists in the Pool Awards. But they did have to impress John Worthington, our expert judge.
Well, I'm here with John Worthington, one of our longest-serving judges, I believe, John.
Yes, I think probably I might be, yes.
I can see why when I have a look at what you've been, the places you've been able to visit. We're talking about pools right now. Tell me a little bit about the category this year.
There's nothing quite like a pool.
Absolutely.
And if you put the pool in properly with good landscaping, it's a feature both during the day and at night with all the different types of lighting that we have. We can change the colour, it's just wonderful. Also with all the new modern filtration equipment that we've got. The old pools where you couldn't drink the water because it was full of chlorine, these you could just drink it, not that you would. But they've changed so much.
Yeah, they're incredible, aren't they? And you mentioned a little bit about the landscaping. Is that a key part of what you're looking at, how it's integrated into the yard?
Well, you've got to make sure that the pool fits where you are. And we've seen some absolutely beautiful pools that have been tucked right in, because that's one of the things that we consider when we're judging. How difficult was it to build the pool? So we have a look at that. The pools of yesteryear with the old kidney-shaped pool with the pebble lining in it, that's all gone now.
And you mentioned some of the filtration systems. So we've got magnesium pools now. That sounds amazing.
Oh, it truly is. Sometimes it started off with the chlorine and then you had salt pools and all the things that we have in there now. The water just makes you feel good when you get out.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, John.
So to kick off with the pool awards, we're starting with the smallest build, a plunge pool. Larger than a spa, but smaller than a swimming pool. Demand for plunge pools skyrocketed during the pandemic when the only escape was our backyard. And with smaller block sizes becoming the norm, it's a trend that is going to stick around. I'm pleased to announce in the category Plunge Pool $100,000 and over, the winners are AJ Bristow and Sons. Designed to complement the architecture of the existing house and mirror the curved garden wall, this circular plunge pool was carved from solid granite. A computer-controlled milling machine was used to cut 8 pieces, 4 radius curved side walls and 4 solid base pieces from the fine black granite imported from Zimbabwe, Africa. Steps and a dramatic curved wet edge were integrated into the design, while the dark water reflects the sky, creating a striking focal point in the garden. Congratulations, AJ Bristow and Sons. Well, we Aussies love a swimming pool. In fact, Australia has the highest pool ownership per capita in the world. Around 2.7 million backyards have a pool. But when backyard space is at a premium, how do you fit a pool in? Well, the answer is often a lap pool. Their long, narrow shape makes them ideal for smaller blocks. And that is demonstrated to perfection by the winner of the open price lap pool category, Reform Projects. Stretching the length of the home to create a second terrace, this stunning lap pool features an infinity edge that draws the eye out into the open space beyond. Sparkling blue mosaic tiles complement the limestone pool coping. Cleverly concealed are the high-tech additions that keep this pool looking its best. There's a retractable cover, and the pool equipment can be controlled via smartphone or tablet. This pool will even send you alerts when the chlorination levels need adjusting. A standout build from Reform Projects. Congratulations. Well, flexibility is the #1 reason to choose a concrete pool. Using plywood and reinforcing steel to create the pool shell, you can achieve almost any shape and include those desirable extras. Swim-up bar, anyone? In the case of this next category, concrete pools $200,000 and over, the pool was the key to bringing a renovated home to life. And the winner of this category is Patterson Built. Designed to create a grand first impression as you enter the house, this perfectly square pool with its dramatic infinity edge draws your eye from the front door through the house to the natural bush and horizon beyond. Featuring various depths to cater for swimmers of all ages, the centrepiece of the pool is a raised glass cube spa. Congratulations to Patterson Built.
3 stunning pool builds that add value both financially and aesthetically to those homes. Coming up, the category that's helping homeowners boost the value of their property by up to 30%.
Welcome back to the 2021 Master Builders Association Excellence in Housing Awards. A decade ago, the classic backyard granny flat had fallen out of favour. But guess what? Grannies had a makeover. The increase in demand for affordable housing, coupled with homeowners wanting to add value or earn extra income, means granny flats are back in vogue. For as little as $150,000, a granny flat can increase the overall value of a property by up to 30%.
Now, builders working in this market are finding innovative solutions and creating stunning backyard dwellings. And in the category granny flats between $150,000 to $200,000, the finalists are Granny Flat Solutions for the project in Riverview and Master Granny Flats for the project in Menai. And the winner is Granny Flat Solutions. Built on a tricky site that's subject to flooding, this home successfully maximises living space has abundant natural light and incorporates indoor-outdoor living, a feature usually found in much larger homes. The full-length corner stacking glass doors elevate the design, and together with the rake ceiling and highlight window, make the home feel much larger. Great work by the team at Granny Flat Solutions. Now, granny flats are no longer boring boxes plonked on the backyard. Modern granny flats have all the design aesthetic of full-sized homes, which makes living in them a real pleasure. Our finalists in the price range for granny flats, $200,000 and above, Vermicron Construction for the project in Glebe, and BTM Constructions for the project in Glenorrey. And the winner is Vermicron Constructions. This stunning two-storey studio apartment sits behind an inner-city terrace in a wedge-shaped yard that's a tiny 2 metres at its narrowest point, wow, and shares a boundary with an elevated light rail. It's all happening. Consequently, special attention was paid to the acoustic properties of all materials to minimise noise. High-quality finishes were used throughout, including the home's feature, a magnificent tongue and groove spotted gum floor. Congratulations, Vermicron Constructions.
Now let's take a look at the first 2 finalists for Display Homes of the Year.
Orcastle Homes is proud of the superior design, energy efficiency and quality of our Palace Regent. This home was inspired by a holiday we had in 2019 to the Hamptons, which is upstate New York. When you enter the designer double front doors and step into the striking foyer, there are noticeable high-quality finishes and inclusions throughout, with an abundance of natural light. The lounge and dining feature a stone-faced fireplace. The private study has an adjoining powder room. The impressive kitchen includes an imposing island with a farmhouse sink, walk-in butler's pantry and 9 metres of overhead cupboards. Large floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the sparkling pool and add to the overall feeling of luxury. Upstairs, the welcoming and comfortable living area, opening to an expansive balcony, immediately provides a feeling of relaxation. With a luxurious made bedroom suite, including a spa-inspired ensuite, plus 4 additional bedrooms, the Palace Regent provides luxury living for the entire family. The Palace Regent is our flagship design. We're a family company building family homes, and we're proud to be an MBA finalist.
The Forsyth 33 is a Hampton-inspired 4-bedroom home. It actually has 4 individual separate living areas, large kitchen with butler's pantry, alfresco dining, plus every bedroom has an ensuite, which is good for a growing family without the need to upgrade the home. And this generous home, even though its proportions are large, it does actually fit on a 12.5 by 30 metre lot. Big selling points is the house for multi-generational families has an option where you can put a separate guest bedroom with ensuite and walk-in robe downstairs as well. One of the other key features of this property is the level of inclusions at Eden Bray include as standard. Many home buyers are surprised by this level of finish and are happy to keep that as the standard and no need to spend money on upgrades.
Now more than ever, we need to utilise every square inch of our house, especially as more and more of us work from home. Sometimes all you have to do, well, is look up. One family did just that and hired the Attic Group, who, win the roof and attic conversion in the open price category this year. A big congratulations to the Attic Group. A large gable end pitch window and huge skylights flood this attic conversion with light, creating a beautiful work and relaxation space for a busy, growing family. Careful planning meant there was also room for 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, extending the family's living area and fully utilising the extra floor space in the roof space. Congratulations, Attic Group. Usually a home is designed by an architect and the homeowners then commission the builder to bring that design to life. But sometimes the builder is the designer working with the client to meet their specific needs.
So are you saying that architects like yourself are no longer necessary?
Well, no, not so fast, Joe. Well, design and construct companies have in-house architects and work with a project from concept to completion, which streamlines the process for the owners but still delivers a bespoke home. Why don't we let Stephen Rayner, our expert judge, explain a little further.
Well, I'm here with Stephen Rayner, one of our Master Builders Association judges. Stephen, welcome. Tell me a little bit about the Design and Construct Award.
The Design and Construct Award is where a builder does both the design work and the construction work, and mainly to customise it to what the owner wants and what their needs are. And what some of the big things with design and construct is the difficulty of sites. There's a lot of very difficult sites in Sydney these days as land's becoming shorter and shorter. So that's one of the main reasons.
Right. And I guess so that comes down to when you're looking at all of the applicants, is that part of the process when you're trying to find out who really stands out?
We judge on lots of different things. One, difficulty of the position of where it's built, the types of materials that are being used and how they are married together. We've seen a lot of off-form concrete this year with a lot of stonework and glass, lots of steel. So lots of, with this Design and Construct Awards, a lot of very difficult things to build that we've seen this year.
Well, it must be a pretty awesome job. Some of these projects are just sensational.
Yes, there are some very amazing properties out there.
Yeah, can't wait to see more of them. Thanks very much, Stephen.
Thank you.
The first finalists in Design and Construct House in the price range of up to $700,000. And the finalists are Blue Gum Homes and Turning Point Homes. 2 finalists, 2 horses, and the winner is Blue Gum Homes. Clever use of materials and carefully considered features make this value for money build look way more expensive. Clerestory windows in the foyer create a dramatic welcoming arrival, while the area under the stairs has been used to create a glassed wine cellar. Fine details, including the coffered ceilings and timber accents, enhance the luxury feel of the home. Great work to the team at Blue Gum Homes. Now, budget is always the defining criteria for any build. What sets these finalists apart is they've used good design and building practice to achieve it, to stretch those building budgets to produce outstanding homes. In the Design and Construction House, $1.4 to $1.5 million, the finalists are Shadow Architects and Builders and Trident Projects. And the winner is Shadow Architects and Builders. Designed comfortably for a house of a family for 5 and a grandparent who stays 6 months a year. Big brief. This house is a model for zoned living. Spaces are interconnected, designed to bring the family together, but also provide privacy when needed. The guest wing can be closed off from the main house. The master suite features a series of posts and beams over the balcony that afford privacy. And the remaining upstairs bedrooms have access to an additional living area. When the entire family wants to come together, there is a central kitchen, dining and living area. that opens onto a pool and terrace garden. Congratulations, big home to the Shadow Architects and Builders Group. Now, here's an interesting fact, folks. 8 out of every 10 Australians lives near the coast. It's no surprise we love the beach, and we love the beach house. From casual shacks to relaxed yet sophisticated coastal homes. Our next finalists in the Design Construct House category, between $1.5 to $1.8 million, are Gremo Homes and Limbri Building. And the winner is Limbri Building, with their take on the modern beach house. Inspired by the distinctive architecture found in the Hamptons on America's East Coast, this modern 5-bedroom boathouse-style home was designed for relaxed entertaining. A palette of warm timber and glass is complemented by a stone chimney that reaches the full 2 stories of the home, both inside and out, creating an eye-catching feature. With an emphasis on outdoor living, there is a pool and pool house, expansive balcony, and a covered entertaining deck that creates a holiday feeling every day of the year. Congratulations to Limbri Building.
I'm here with Alex McDonald, the winner of the design and construction of a home valued between $1.4 and $1.5 million. Congratulations, Alex. It is exquisite.
Thank you very much.
You must be pretty pleased. I can see it's been a labour of love. The finishes, how long did it take?
The overall construction was about 12 months over a Christmas period. There's a lot of hard work and effort have gone through the whole team, all the trades, the supervisors, so we're very pleased.
Take me through some of the materials you've chosen.
The clients had a specific specification requirements that they're looking for a low maintenance home, so with the slightly industrial feels. So we're able to find a recycled brick. So the base is a recycled brick, which is a true brick that's been recycled from previous homes.
Absolutely beautiful. I did notice there happens to be quite a large drinks fridge. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
The owner likes to drink, so entertaining is something that's very strong for the family. So lots of friends, lots of families coming over. So he wanted to be able to entertain all the families and friends and enjoy themselves.
Well, you ticked that box. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
Our next finalists for Design and Construct House in the price range of $2 to $2.5 million are Chateau Architects and Builders for the Willoughby House and Gremo Homes for the Coastal Retreat in Warriewood. And the winner is Gremo Homes for their aptly named Coastal Retreat. Perched on the edge of bushland with uninterrupted views to the ocean, this house features a palette of natural stone, metal and timber wrapped in a glass skin. The judges were particularly impressed with the faultless workmanship and the attention paid to environmental considerations, including the double glazing on all windows, the extensive solar panel grid on the roof, and the efficient acoustic insulation throughout the home. Congratulations to Gremo Homes. Coming up, from seaside glamour to harbour sophistication, there are more beautiful homes to come. Welcome back to the Master Builders Association 2021 Housing Awards. Despite long lockdowns in Melbourne and Sydney and restrictions imposed by COVID-19, as an industry and a nation, we continued to look for the positives, and that's paid off. During the toughest months of the year, there was a rise in the number of new house builds started. In fact, construction began on more than 40,000 homes, and many of those were in the contract house category, the most common style of build in Australia. A homeowner commissions a builder to construct their house, which has been designed by a third party, most often an architect or draftsperson. The finalists for contract houses in the $1.5 to $2 million category are Capital One Projects for the Hills Hamptons house in West Pennant Hills, Davina Homes for the house in Riverview, and Living Green Designer Homes for the Second Point house in McMaster's Beach. With entries being of such a high standard, the judges have awarded joint winners. The first joint winner is Capital One Projects for the Hills Hamptons house. With an attractive street presence and design, this house proves to be very appealing and features an indoor swimming pool and a spacious outdoor entertaining area. The project design also incorporates a granny flat. Great job, Capital One Projects. And the second joint winner is Living Green Designer Homes for the Second Point house at McMaster's Beach. Presented with a triangular site and views to the ocean, architect David Boyle designed a complex L-shaped home that required a high level of skill to bring it to reality. 7-metre wide sliding doors open the house to the outdoors, a custom designed pool and the magnificent views. Hydronic heating runs through a polished concrete floor, while upstairs the patina of recycled tallow wood floorboards salvaged from an old school adds warmth. Well done, Living Green Designer Homes. Well, every build has its challenges, and these next homes are no exceptions. From local councils imposing tough bushfire control measures even within city limits, to building on the edge of a cliff. In the category contract houses between $4 and $7 million, the finalists are Capital Construction and Refurbishing for the Strata House in Whale Beach, and the Construction Connection for the Collins Beach House in Manly. And the winner is the Construction Connection for the Collins Beach House in Manly. Set on the edge of Sydney Harbour amongst semi-bushland, this modernist off-form concrete home had several design and build challenges to overcome, including significant setback controls, a steep hill, large existing pine trees and bushfire zoning limitations. Fire curtains that drop down and seal areas off to prevent the spread of fire were integrated into the architecture, and bushfire-rated blackbuck timber was also used to add detail without compromising safety. The local wildlife was also accommodated. The house was designed with an unobstructed corridor for a population of bandicoots to pass without encountering hazards. It was a challenging project, so well done to the team at the Construction Connection. When the view from your lounge room includes a panorama of Sydney Harbour, the design and build of your house needs to be just as architecturally ambitious. Our next award is for contract houses in the price range of $7 to $9 million. Now, due to the extremely high standard of entries, the judges have awarded joint winners. And the first joint winner is Building Foundations. A great example of off-form concrete used both internally and externally. The suspended concrete beams act as a frame to cover the deck, and they're very impressive. The stairwell, featuring curved timber and a teardrop-shaped skylight, is simply stunning. The plasterboard ceiling detail is also amazing, so an excellent job by Building Foundations. Well done. And the second joint winner is GNC Quality for the house in Lavender Bay. Forming a spine for this glamorous house, the concrete and steel spiral staircase is a standout achievement in this build. Bathed in light from a circular skylight, the stairs rise up to the living level, where windows and the balcony roofline echo the arch of the iconic coat hanger. Sydney sandstone is used to clad the exterior, softening the harder lines of the grey off-form concrete, creating a home that sits comfortably on Sydney Harbour's dress circle.
Now, our remaining 2 finalists for Display Home of the Year.
The Clifton is a finalist for the Display Home of the Year for 3 reasons. Firstly, it starts with a great design that places a strong emphasis on maximising space and light to create an oasis in the middle of a suburban landscape. The design incorporates everything that the modern family is looking for. The kitchen, dining, al fresco and family room have an open plan layout allowing freedom of movement and easy living. A mudroom as you enter the home for all those things that need to be left at the door. Multiple places to work that can accommodate the whole family. The indoors and outdoors merge seamlessly, perfect for the Australian lifestyle. And the design can be easily adapted to accommodate numerous site orientations and block sizes. Secondly, the home utilises a mix of materials that challenge the conventions of display homes. These range from a visually intriguing facade to internal block walls and dramatic timber joinery. Finally, it's the quality of the build and finishes together with the attention to detail that makes this home a worthy finalist. The inspiration for the home was to create a home that merged outdoors and indoors seamlessly. The reason the Clifton is a worthy finalist in the MBA Display Home of the Year is outstanding design, the use of materials that challenge the convention of display homes, and outstanding build quality, finishes and attention to detail.
The inspiration for this home was Palm Springs, and I really loved mid-century architecture, so I thought it really set well in the desert landscape. And although the home is predominantly white, I really wanted to warm it up with some real timber features and some lovely textiles and textures and prints, and just to give it a little bit more of that young, youthful vibe.
This design is very flexible. We have 4 bedrooms, but it can go to a 5th bedroom. We have a breakout area for the kids' area that can be placed at the front of the home or to the rear of the home, depending on the age of children. This allows a very flexible living arrangements. We have a theatre room that is off the living area, so it allows you to set up a TV. The master bedroom at the front gives you the separation between family members, and a little study nook that allows very good living arrangements, you know, especially during times where everyone's working from home. The rear of the home has beautiful skylights that allow us plenty of light to go into the kitchen area.
The house became a finalist because of its feel. It feels like home. It has this amazing feeling like you're on holidays, that you never want to leave. That it has something that caters for everybody, whether it's your kids or whether it's mum and dad or whether it's, you know, visitors. It really ticks the boxes for everybody, and I think that that's why it's a finalist.
Well, with thanks to the internet, high-speed communication and air travel, international collaborations are becoming increasingly common. The winners of the category, contract houses between $9 and $10 million, found themselves coordinating the talents of people in Sydney, Melbourne and Seattle in the USA to build a modern beach house on Sydney's northern beaches. And the winner is Belvard Constructions. Designed by architectural firm Olsen Kundig, named one of the world's most innovative companies in 2019, this Bilgola beach house was a challenging build. Sited in the dunes just beyond the breakwater, the house must withstand salt spray, harsh sunlight, high winds and flooding, while allowing the family to connect with the surrounding landscape. Built from board-formed concrete, the walls retain the imprint of the Oregon planks used in the formwork, while large window walls open the house to the sights, sounds and smells of its beachside location. Horizontal bifold screens on the east side of the house fold onto themselves to reveal unobstructed views from the main bedroom and kitchen areas. They can also be closed to shade and cool the interior from the summer sun. It is an impeccable build from this multi-award winning team, so well done again. Sometimes builders are faced with seemingly impossible sites, A steep slope requires formidable preparation, combined with the skills of a mountain goat, as the winners of the category contract houses between $10 million and $12 million discovered. The winner is Pacific Plus Constructions. Dropping a huge 16 metres from the street level to the bottom boundary, this impressive building is home to a family of 5 and includes an entire level dedicated to a home office. From the street, the home appears to be a simple single-storey residence. But inside, a huge staircase and concrete spine wall connect 5 levels lit by a field of overhead skylights that allow sunlight to filter deep inside the home. The owners wanted to showcase unadorned natural materials, which meant applying the highest level of skill to the off-form concrete construction and natural timber details. Well done, Pacific Plus Constructions.
This program is brought to you by Austral Bricks, style with substance. Master Builders Insurance Brokers, your industry specialists. CBUS. CBUS is one of the largest industry super funds for the Australian building, construction and allied industries. Universal Media. And Florence, constructing a new perspective.
In recent years, successive governments have encouraged higher density living in our cities, which means townhouses, duplexes and dual occupancy are popular choices for developers. But to be awarded a winning home, they must meet some tough criteria. They should look good and fit the existing streetscape. They should be orientated to capture the northern sun in winter and be shaded in the summer. And just because they're compact, the internal space should still allow the family to live comfortably. Value for money and finishes are essential. And most importantly, the home should provide privacy, both visually and acoustically, for the occupants, all of which this year's winners have achieved with outstanding builds. Our finalists for townhouses, villas or dual occupancy between the price range of $500,000 to $700,000 are Rudder Construction, SQ Projects, Vitali Developments, and the winner is SQ Projects. Built on the site of an abandoned toy factory, these luxury townhouses each feature 2 living spaces, double garages and stunning courtyard gardens. Heritage Conservation Zoning called for the creeper-clad external wall of the factory to be retained. The wall was stabilised so openings could be made for the new garages and entry doors. This careful preservation work has resulted in the new build blending seamlessly with the existing streetscape. Congratulations, SQ Projects. Now, considering and protecting our environment during a build and creating buildings with a lower carbon footprint is not only our responsibility to the future, but also makes solid economic sense. Our finalists for townhouses, villas or dual occupancy between $700,000 and $1 million are Future Flip for Hardy and QB Projects. And the winner is Future Flip. Bricks from the original house that stood on the site were recycled and used to construct the feature party wall in this luxury duplex. During construction, all waste materials from site were reused, including sand dug out during excavation. The homes are designed to run with a reduced carbon footprint and feature solar panels to generate electricity. Ethanol fireplaces rather than non-renewable gas are used. Rainwater recycling tanks and stormwater detention, all of which will ensure the homes are easy to run and cheap to maintain over the long term. Well done to Future Flip.
Let's take a look at the first 2 finalists for Young Builder of the Year.
AJP Constructions are a Sydney-based building firm established by myself from a carpentry background. We're here at our Kensington Zigzag House. We believe this is award winner for the following reasons. There's a lot of extremely difficult aspects of this build. We've got a regular shaped column, which is actually structurally supporting a major steel beam. It was designed by the architect with a lot of acute angles, radiuses. We got the column prefabricated off-site out of a large polystyrene tube and actually met the exact architect's dimensions, and pouring it on site, it was coated with Venetian plaster and it definitely looks like a slab of marble or something in that vicinity. We've got quite a lot of timber veneer joinery, which is probably the second most prevalent feature aside from the concrete. So the concrete is probably the star among the show at the house. The absence of materials, for example, the glazing and the windows definitely play a part in the architecture, and I think they add to the space at all. The client selected a slab of stone for the island, and we only had that piece to work with that had the right veins and was to their taste. To ensure that we had all the junctions correctly, the joiner made the substructure, and then the stonemason came out and actually fitted a sacrificial stone to ensure all the junctions were going to marry up as expected. We've got a minimal stainless steel bench top with surround. On the cooktop side, we use a different linish, which is a different sort of grain within the stainless steel, and it actually will weather and age well and not show scratches. One word to describe this house is well.
Perched on the water's edge in Ku-ring-gai National Park, just north of Sydney, the Morning Bay House is designed as a place for the clients to connect with the natural landscape of Pittwater and the surrounding high-spotted gum forest. The most unique thing about this property would have to be its special use of indoor and outdoor zones and the way the fire shutters encapsulate that. The materials used in this house were chosen based on two aspects, one being it's in a bushfire-prone location, and two, its coastal proximity to salt water. So we used fibre cement, hardwoods, raw masonry materials, metals that were resistant and corrosive to the environment. It was a large material palette. Building on the western foreshore of Pittwater takes a lot of planning and consideration. We're working with tides and weather. Materials handling was a big part of this project. Everything comes by barge and is offloaded by our on-site excavator. Foundationally, it was a real challenge at the beginning because we had to remove approximately 500 tonne of venom, and the only way to do that is to bag it into 1 tonne bags and then remove them by barge.
In the past, home units were seen as a stepping stone to owning a standalone home on a big block. But that attitude is changing. Home units are becoming permanent residences for many people with varied reasons. Downsizers, couples, singles, families, and those wanting low-maintenance homes and lifestyles. But to win a Master Builders Association award, the block of home units must be value for money, have high-quality finishes, and provide visual and acoustic privacy for all the residents. The following developments have achieved just that. Our finalists for home unit between $1 and $1.5 million are Sea Rose for Aquilina, Lords Group for the Benson, and the winner is Lords Group for their build named the Benson. Featuring 9 luxury apartments over 3 levels, including basement car parking. This development boasts refined finishes, including bespoke joinery, finished with natural stone benches and oak timber flooring. The open plan, light-filled spaces open onto generous terraces covered with pin-fixed limestone cladding panels. High-quality finishes executed impeccably and all finished in just 59 weeks. An impressive achievement by the Lords Group. Our finalists for home units in the price range of $1.5 million and over are Lexipol Group for the project in North Sydney and MLP Co for the Cremorne Point Estate. And the winner is Lexpol Group. Research shows that the inclusion of green walls in our built-up urban environments are not only aesthetically beautiful, but also help to reduce rainwater runoff and retain more water on site. This magnificent 4-level project sits amongst low-rise residential buildings, plus towering apartments and commercial buildings, and was designed to balance the two opposing aesthetics. Congratulations to everyone at Lexipol Group.
Well, I'm here with Alex Politano, the winner of home units valued at $1.5 million and over. Congratulations, Alex. This is a really cool project. Tell me about that live green wall.
Well, the live green wall was grown in Melbourne during COVID time. So as Melbourne got super busy, we decided to bring it out and grow the rest on site. And as a result, we grew it downstairs on site. It got installed, super difficult to coordinate with council and the fire brigades, but the end result is just a cool feature to the building, which the client really wanted from the start. So,
what a story. That's incredible. So let's go inside now. What are some of the features in the units?
There's a penthouse. We imported stone from overseas for the floor and all the joinery. The key feature, I think, throughout the whole build was the architects and the design team and us, client, worked super well together to just create beautiful joinery throughout the whole complex. That was really cool.
And tell me, what was the client's response when they saw that finished product for the first time?
Look, they were surprised when we finished the basement wall. So by the time we got to the end of the project and they saw what we delivered, they were super excited. And to this day, they're super proud of what we've built. So yeah, we're really happy and really proud as well. So
yeah, you should be. Well done and congratulations again.
Great, thank you. Thank you.
Now, taking care of our environment benefits not only plants and animals, but also people, our health, our communities, and our future. An environmental management plan outlines how a construction project will minimise or avoid impacting the natural environment. It covers every aspect, from removing plants, reusing materials, and the carbon footprint of new materials, to the design of the building and the potential energy consumption. Finally, at the end of its useful life, it details how the building can be demolished and recycled or repurposed. And the worthy winner of the 2021 Excellence in Environmental Management goes to PCM Projects for Stoneleigh in Megalong Valley. Home to abundant wildlife and native flora, with a river at the bottom of a sloping site. This beautiful home boasts impressive environmental credentials. The original farmhouse was demolished and much of the structure reused during the build. Passive solar design principles create a comfortable year-round temperature in the home, while a solar farm provides enough electricity for lights, appliances, circulation pumps, and hot water storage. This all means the owners are off-grid. Well done to the team at PCM Projects. When we no longer need a building to serve the purpose for which it was originally designed for, the answer isn't necessarily demolition. A new approach is adaptive reuse. It's a way of breathing new life into an empty building like factories, barns, or public utilities.
Okay, I'm here with Ross Finney, who has judged the adaptive reuse category. Welcome, Ross.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what this category actually is.
It's quite a broad category. In, I suppose, in layman terms, it's really where you might have even an old pub or warehouse or commercial building that's changed its actual intended use into both residential and commercial, or could be just purely back into a residential environment.
What are you looking for as a judge to help the entries stand out?
Really, see, we still look at the design aspect, and primarily with that sort of work, it goes down to what is the brief from the client or what they actually are looking for, because some really are looking to keep a lot of the old features of the building, and some want to modernise it. So they can vary quite dramatically from one end to the other. But we do look at the detailing as well for how they blend the old work into the new work. And that takes a lot of skill.
What a great gig to get to look at these amazing builds all day. Thanks so much for your time, Russ.
Thank you.
The next series of awards are for adaptive reuse up to $2 million, and the finalists are Burma Constructions for the Graffiti House and SQ Projects for the Newtown Warehouse. Picking up their second award is SQ Projects. "163 years young, this former bakery has been reimagined as a family home. The goal of architect Terry Bale of Arcology was to reuse and repurpose as much as possible and waste the bare minimum. Fortunately, his clients favoured an industrial design aesthetic. It was a challenging build. The ceiling trusses had to be rebuilt. New external windows and doors were made entirely of salvaged and recycled hardwood. And the tongue and groove timber flooring was salvaged from old school buildings. The judges acknowledged it was a difficult job that was well executed. So well done, SQ Projects. Our next winner for adaptive reuse in the price range of $3 million and over is Traders in Purple for the Abbey. A former church and Sunday school hall has a renewed community focus after being converted into 3 luxury homes. An additional 4 contemporary houses occupy the remaining area of the site. Commissioned in 1924, the interwar church had a simple gabled form roofline and finishes and needed substantial structural work to extend the building's lifespan. The historic stained glass lead light windows were restored, triple glazed and fit to new casement windows. Even the original church bell and bell tower were retained and make a very special feature in one of the homes. Congratulations to Traders in Purple.
Talk to anyone that owns a house and the conversation will eventually turn to home improvements. And that's especially true in the wake of COVID lockdowns. Now, we've all been staring at the walls and we're not happy. In fact, 1 in 3 homeowners have started alterations and additions this year. That's a lot. Consequently, this is by far the largest section of the awards, with 8 categories that reflect the many and varied types of builds.
Well, I'm here with Paul Girdler, one of our judges. Paul, welcome. Tell me a little bit about your category, the alterations and additions.
Alterations and additions is one of the more popular categories this year. We had 120 entries. Essentially, people are buying houses and then adding and altering them to suit modern lifestyles and the size of their families. Particularly in the inner city areas, we see the majority of our the properties that we're judging.
Sounds like such an incredible category. I wanted to ask you a little bit about current trends. Is there a main room or addition that you're seeing come up more frequently than others?
Yeah, generally it would be a very large open plan living area with a kitchen. Butler's pantries seem to be all the go these days. They're the main additions. And then obviously there's alterations to bathrooms and powder rooms, so forth. But large open plan living areas opening onto landscape gardens would be the major feature.
Yes, hard to go wrong there. Well, we're lucky to have you. Thank you so much for your time, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Our finalists for house alterations and additions in the price range of $1 to $1.3 million are Arch Building and Constructions for the Palm Tree House and Burraneer Bay Building for the house in Burraneer. And the winner is Burraneer Bay Building for the house in Burraneer. Now, once upon a time, this 40-year-old home was an unassuming clinker brick bungalow. Now it's unrecognisable, transformed into a contemporary showstopper. Having lived in the house for 10 years, the owners knew exactly what they wanted. Off-street parking, privacy from the neighbours, better airflow through the home, natural lighting, and ways to capitalise on the stunning water views. The build achieved it all and was judged a flawless renovation by our experts. Stunning result, Burraneer Bay building. Now, just like an orchestra, when the client, architect and builder work together, the result is a beautiful composition. And in the case of this next winner, beautiful music was literally the result. The finalists for the house alterations and additions in the price range of $1.3 to $1.45 million are Genuine Building Services and Pacific Plus Construction for the Concert Hall house. And the winner is Pacific Plus Constructions. In a terrace dating back to the 1880s, is a modern alteration and addition that puts music centre stage. The concrete addition at the rear of the terrace creates a concert hall experience for the owner. The pleated concrete walls and angled ceiling were specifically calibrated for an optimal listening experience from the client's audio equipment. A full-height wall of folded aluminium panels completes the soundstage and holds an extensive music collection. Absolutely sounds amazing, and amazing work, Pacific Plus Constructions. Our next finalists for house alterations and additions in the price range of $1.45 to $1.5 million are ARC for the Smash Repair House, MJ Minard, and Virtue Projects. And the winner is ARC for the Smash Repair House. Originally built in the 1960s, the brief was to bring in light and a sense of spaciousness to the home. Hidden behind a plain exterior is a richly detailed home that showcases timber in all its forms. Timber batten ceilings, timber floors, timber decks, and timber joinery all contribute to a warmth and a sense of relaxation to this inner city home. Congratulations to the team at ARC.
Hear from our remaining two finalists for Young Builder of the Year.
We wanted to create a space that was extremely versatile, where family and friends could come and stay with us and have their own space within the home. I took a very hands-on role in this project. I worked with the design team to handle the entire design, from the approval phase to the construction documentation phase. We are a disruptor in the building market. We basically design everything that we build. We're a one-stop shop. We do everything from the DA, the planning stage, all the way through to handing over a beautifully styled home like this. Bunker House is our dream home that my wife and I decided to build in an area that we've been holidaying in for the past 10 years and dreamed about having an incredible home that we could bring our friends and family all to stay under one roof together. It's a home that is completely concrete. We've exposed all of the concrete. It's got 7 bedrooms. It's half underground, hence the name Bunker House. When we were hand sketching this house, we really wanted to prevent blocking the neighbours' views. So we decided to sink most of the house underground so that only the top level would stick above the ground, providing perfect views for the neighbours. We also wanted it to be sustainable, so we've put 21 kilowatts of solar up on the roof, running down to batteries that power up the house. So we've got 10,000 litres of rainwater storage, which completely irrigates all of the gardens and the yards and fills the pool and flushes the toilets. While this house is quite large, it's still cost effective to run. So all of the smart home controls the separate aircon units in every room, and blinds and windows can open and shut to control the temperature of the room. And also having it underground means that the earth is controlling the temperature for us, which is a great benefit.
This project's an alts and adds project that involved a new lower ground level directly underneath the home. We had to excavate underneath the house to insert that, and a full remodel of the top 2 floors above with a small extension. One of the interesting things on this site is that we're on the edge of a 30-metre or so cliff at the rear of the property, and then the backyard and the lower ground floor space that we're excavating actually sits 8.5 metres below the street level. And the depth of the property is not that great. So we had to come up with a way of how we were actually going to do the excavation safely without having issues with the cliff on the backside, and also bring the material up to the street. That involved a lot of engineering solutions where we actually custom built a ramp that came down from the top floor down into the backyard, and then a series of mini equipment to be able to actually cart the material from the rear of the property up into the street level. Some of the unique features of the home are the specialist finishes throughout. So we have a lot of polished plaster that we've used and integrated within the joinery components through the home, a few metal finishes, and also specialised tiles that we've had imported over for the project. One of the big features of the home is the pool. It adds a huge amount of usability to the outdoor space on the ground floor level. The pool's actually suspended up out of the ground. Clients opted to suspend the pool so that they were able to make best use of the views of the beautiful Sydney Harbour that is looking out over the top. My favourite part of the home is the pool windows in the lower ground floor living space. A lot of natural light that's filtered through the blue water comes in and creates a great atmosphere in the space.
Now, before you embark on an alteration or addition, it's essential that you take photos, because it will be so hard to remember what the old was like when you're living in the new. And that is the case for our next finalists for house alterations and additions in the price range of $1.7 to $1.8 million. And they are Build-A-Ware for the project in Castle Crag, and MJ Building for the contemporary architecture in Camaray. And the winner is Build-A-Ware. Before it was just another unremarkable suburban house. Well, you wouldn't know it now. To introduce sunlight from the north into the home, a floating convex gold leaf covered ceiling was built to bounce the sun's rays into the space and act as a powerful reflector for uplighting at night. The design was strongly influenced by the work of the great American architect Frank Lloyd Wright and the client's fascination with Japanese design. A Japanese garden graces the entrance courtyard, while inside, get this, soji screens created by a master Japanese craftsman disappear into cavity walls when not in use. Absolutely beautiful. It's a refined and calming home, a far cry from its original bland beginnings. Congratulations to Build-A-Ware.
Our next finalists for house alterations and additions between $2 and $2.2 million are Buildability Constructions for Casa Rosa in Bronte, Jake and Luxury Living for the project in Mossman, and Verticon for Watsons Bay Beachfront House in Vaucluse. And the winner is Buildability Constructions for Casa Rosa. This sweet Victorian bungalow has been given a sophisticated upgrade. The back half of the building was removed and replaced with a new concrete and masonry structure. An outstanding feature of the alteration is the addition of brise soleil screens, literally meaning broken sun. The screens, made from recycled terracotta roof tiles and pink off-form and cantilevered concrete, reduce heat gain within the building by deflecting sunlight. Inside, stunning detailing with arches, curved concrete, spiral stairs and timber flooring create a beautiful and unique home. An amazing job by Buildability Constructions.
Well, I'm here with the winners of house alterations and additions valued at $2 to $2.2 million. Congratulations, Anthony and Frank. Well done. What did you think when the client said we want a pink house?
Yeah, the pink was a challenge. It was definitely something different. Haven't done that before. Pink was the base colour, but a lot of colour went into that house.
Yeah, it really worked. Yeah. And that roof line is fascinating. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so we recycled the existing roof tiles to create a privacy screen around the perimeter of the first floor. An architectural detail that a lot of time and effort went into.
It looks at it, it's really quite stunning. And can I ask you what your favourite feature in this build is?
It would have to be the off-form concrete, definitely. It's a board form concrete, pink, Many samples went into getting it the colour that the client and the architect were after. The boards had to be sandblasted on site to achieve the grain definition in the finish, and a lot of effort went into the formwork. So the concrete's definitely the feature and my favourite part of the build.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Casa Rosa, aptly named.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
When alterations or additions are carried out on a building that is in a heritage conversation area, there is an added layer of detail required. Our judges noted that our winner of the category, house alteration and additions between $4 and $5 million, completed a superb renovation and extension that masked the complex nature of the preliminary work. And the winner is AEA Constructions for completing a project any builder should be proud of. Set in the historically significant Paddington Heritage Conservation Precinct, this beautiful 5-storey Victorian terrace has been renovated and extended, preserving the original home while creating efficient spaces for a modern family lifestyle. But it wasn't easy. More than 100 years of piecemeal renovations revealed a fragile structure that needed complex support structures and extensive underpinning before the 3 lower levels of the terrace were demolished and rebuilt. From the street, the elegant Victorian facade is renewed, while inside, a modern home sits comfortably alongside heritage details. Great work, AEA Constructions. Well, taking out our top award, Master Builder of the Year in 2018, our next winner has gone from strength to strength. In the category House Alteration and Additions between $6 and $8 million, the winner is EJ Constructions. Extensive build experience enabled the build team to transform this quaint 1930s heritage house into a modern, multi-generational family home. A 2-storey addition at the rear of the home links to a second newly built guest house, both of which look onto a courtyard and pool. The curves of the timber-clad exterior are reflected in the interior and required a high level of skill to achieve in the plaster detailing. A superior job in all its complexity, noted our expert judges. Congratulations to EJ Constructions. The brief from the owners for the final home in this category was intimidating. They simply told their architect and their builders that they wanted the best house on the northern beaches. And the winner of house alterations and additions over $8 million is Carenti Constructions. Designed by architectural firm Atelier Andy Carson, this stunning renovation transformed the original 3-storey salmon-coloured house into a traffic-stopping modernist statement home. Dramatic 12mm thick bronze panels, imported from the United States, clad the entire top level of the home. Tipping the scales at a colossal 17.5 tonnes, they required custom-made concealed fixings to hold them in place. Inside the home is a minimalist statement made possible by custom-designed joinery for storage, television and sound systems, which are all hidden away behind wall panelling, and full-height pivot doors. Extraordinary work, so well done, Carenti Constructions.
I'm here with the winners, AEA Constructions of house alterations, valued at $4 to $5 million. Congratulations, and what a treat. I'm joined by 3 brothers. Tell me a little bit about this project.
Well, it was a beautiful project, and it was a complex project, and it took a lot of detail and craftsmanship to achieve the result that we did, and we're very proud of it.
You should be. I love that you look at the facade and then you have no idea what's going to be behind that front door.
It's a hidden secret, yeah. As you go through the main entry and then into the vestibule, then you see the rear, which is a more contemporary, modern, bespoke house, which is connected to the original terrace at the front.
Yeah, it's spectacular, and some really interesting glass panelling as well, particularly on the front.
Yes, there is. It showcases the staircase from the front of the house. It is beautiful.
Absolutely impressive. And what was your favourite feature, would you say, in this build?
Probably the brickwork to the rear of the house and the side connection, the pavilion that we built to the side that incorporated the staircase and the lift, which was 4 stories high and only very narrow construction. So the difficulty of getting that in was pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I love that. And Damien, I understand that you, with COVID restrictions, you nearly got bumped off the list for tonight. Is that right?
Well, there are only 2 tonight, but with the restrictions easing, I was able to come tonight, which was good.
Oh, that was nice of the older brothers to invite you along. Well done, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Heritage listing often seems a handicap. This is often due to stringent regulations that include returning the property to its original or near original condition. Often any addition made is also examined for the value it adds aesthetically and architecturally. However, successful renovations of heritage buildings enrich not only the lives of those who undertake them, but the wider community who benefit from the character and charm these buildings add to the environment. In the category of house restoration and addition, between $1 million and $2 million, the winner is reform construction for the powerhouse station. 130 years ago, the first electric lights sparked to life along Sydney streets. In the inner city suburb of Redfern stood a coal-fired power station, generating the power to feed those first beacons. As Sydney City grew, the building was used as a factory and then offices. Designed in the free classical style, the building is an important example of late Victorian architecture. Although weathered and deteriorating, reform construction was tasked with turning this stunning building into a home unlike any other. The result impressed our expert judges with its sensitive approach to the building's heritage value. The detailed patching work and cleaning on the facade blends perfectly with the worn exterior. Challenging work and an outstanding achievement. I think you'll agree. Congratulations to Reform Construction. Our next winner in the house restoration and addition in the price range of $4 million and over is Lindsay Construction for the Darling Point House. Built in the Queen Anne style, this home has been a local landmark for over 100 years. Its restoration took 20 months of careful and detailed work. Many of the heritage features were stored off-site while the structural changes were made, then restored and reinstated. The ornate but delicate plasterwork was repaired with all but 2 of the ceilings replaced. At the completion of the build, the original staircase, which had been wrapped in plywood for its protection, was fully restored. Matching timber was sourced to replace any damaged or missing treads, newel posts and balusters. And the entire structure was French polished, returning it to its original grandeur. Wow, what a job. A superb job, though, by Lindsay Construction.
Let's take a look at the first 2 finalists for Master Builder of the Year.
We believe this property has been selected as a finalist for the 2021 MBA Awards because of the wow factor that it elicits on first impression. Many of the finishes are high-end and executed by some of the best craftsmen that are available in Sydney, which GNC was fortunate enough to be able to engage for this project, such as the in-situ cement render details, plasterwork, tiling, carpentry, joinery and applied wall finishes.
A unique feature of this house are the precast concrete columns and the hand-applied cement-rendered architraves and banding that you'll see more of in the backyard. Some of the energy efficiencies of this house are solar panels on the roof that feed 10 batteries in the garage and recycled water that pumps around the gardens. My favourite part of this house would be the joinery. It's a huge budget for joinery and it's finished beautifully, including the cellar.
One of the unique features is the slate roof. It's a large roof, it's visible from the street. It uses Welsh Penrhyn slate, which is quite rare at the time. We managed to procure it. It has a very strong presence as it presents to the street.
One word that describes this house, landmark.
We from Innovative Building Services like to take the architects and the clients' dream into reality.
Unique feature really are the spaces. So coming off a really busy street into a sanctuary. So you come upstairs from the street into a courtyard, and that goes into a more intimate courtyard and then into the main house. And the volumes also change. So as you come in, it gets narrow, a bit taller, and then you go into the privacy of the house.
The challenge of the house were the curved walls, curved glass, following in the same radius with a curved seat.
I had a height restriction that we could build up to, so the builder had to be very careful that he didn't go over it, and also brought the height down, so our concrete slabs are a lot thinner. We've actually got off-form concrete ceilings, which actually saves ceiling height, and also using double volumes to make the space look bigger. The builder also had to design us a beautiful curved cantilevered off-form concrete feature in the house, which was incredibly difficult.
We also had a top-down build. So for us to support the neighbouring properties, we had to obviously do the ground floor slab before we can actually excavate the basement. So we had to do a reversed build.
What makes this house a finalist in the Master Builder of the Year is that it's beautifully built, beautifully designed. One of the most important things is the owner. It actually satisfies all of his brief to create a beautiful sanctuary facing the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
This program is brought to you by Apollo Joinery Group. Apollo Joinery Group has designed, manufactured and installed Australian joinery for over 50 years. New South Wales Fair Trading, protecting consumers, tradespeople and businesses in New South Wales. Are you in? The Star. And Master Builders Apprenticeship Service. The future of the building industry is in our hands. We're here for all your apprenticeship needs.
We have 3 major awards left to wrap up the night.
The strength of Australia's building industry rests on maintaining high standards and training and education and providing opportunities for young builders to take on challenges.
Well, for the past 10 years, the Master Builders Association has recognised talented young builders with the Young Builder of the Year award.
Open to all Excellence in Housing Award entrants under the age of 35, the winner is decided by a panel of judges and awarded to the person who set the highest of standards and demonstrates the ability to constantly go above and beyond for their clients.
The finalists for the Young Builder of the Year are Andrew Payton of AJP Constructions,
Matthew Moneghetti of Moneghetti Built,
Robert Stratty of Stratty Building,
and Neil Hipwell of Future Flip.
And to announce the winner, please welcome back to the stage Mr. Simon Pilcher, the MBA President.
All right, so the Young Builder of the Year for 2021 goes to Andrew Payton from AJP Constructions. Congratulations, Andrew.
Established in 2011 and specialising in sustainable residential builds, AJP Constructions has developed a reputation for exceptional quality. In the Kensington Zigzag House, Andrew was faced with a challenging architectural build, with acute angles and radiuses and a central irregular-shaped column, a feature of the main living area.
The judges unanimously agreed the project displayed brilliant site management, unique solutions to complex design, flawless execution, and the highest level of skill across all trades. Congratulations, Andrew and AJP Constructions.
I'm just blown away. It's such an honour. I've always dreamt of being up here on the stage and receiving this award. I was back in the audience here in 2010, just as an audience, a spectator, and seeing all the calibre of builders up on the stage. It really just blew me away and inspired me to start my own career, start my own company, and one day I wanted to be an award-winning builder. and sort of compete with the big boys. It's been a combined effort, especially with our team. My wife wouldn't be able to do it without you. You're the backbone of our business. And it's just really special to me, and I'm proud of all our team and everything we've accomplished. We've set high goals and high expectations for ourselves, and it takes a team, not just one person, to achieve them. And thank you all.
Our remaining 2 finalists for Master Builder of the Year.
My favourite part of this house is the front facade. We use a lot of different materials. We use brick, concrete, aluminium.
The materials we used in the house, they flow very much from the exterior and are brought also into the interior. So the colour palette is very much the same, but also some of the materials are the same. The simplicity of the materials, I think, is key to the design.
We use a lot of aluminium and metal on this project. The finished product was achieved by electrostatically spray painting them on site. The project was divided in 3 main areas, so we could work simultaneously and efficiently on all of them. It is new pool, major renovation of the main building, extension of the front and back of the house. As the pool was located below seawater level, we had only a few hours each day of working time during low tide. The other challenge was to remove concrete roof. The existing ceiling was too low. To remove the concrete structure, we had to support the bottom of the slab with a temporary formwork and cut the slab to the small pieces so manually we could remove it and recycle it safely. The other challenge was to build these curved walls all around the house. The columns meeting the balconies, and everything had to be in the same line, same projection, to create this continuous look of seamless structure.
I've worked with Vadim before. His attention to detail, it's just absolute finesse. Everything that you see here finished, everything underneath that you don't see is also perfect.
We are committed to excellence in architecture and construction. We don't just build homes, we create beautiful living spaces that reflect our clients' personality, warmth, and taste.
The inspiration was a combination between the architect and the owners, and they wanted to incorporate the existing heritage house and then also give it a new twist for the new property. The existing house was a 4-bedroom house, cottage style, and then we demolished the back half of the house. We created a 6-bedroom house, 3 bathrooms, basement with a cellar in it. So one of the things that the client wanted was plenty of natural light, plenty of fresh air. We've got a lot of windows, a lot of doors that completely opens the space, that gives us total free airflow in and a lot of natural light throughout. Some of the unique features of the house are the staircase, combined of concrete, steel, brass. We've also got the curved ceiling that comes in line with the outside of the house as well. And we've also got some portholes down in the basement showing into the pool area. Material used in this house are burnt timber, concrete, brass, cork, timber floors. Some of the energy efficiency in this house are solar panels. We've also got a 30,000 litre tanks of water that recycles all the rainwater and gets redistributed back into the pool, toilets, laundries, etc. Tiffany Projects has been around for 3 years. Our main objective is to build complex and hard houses. That is our passion. Where something is hard, we've got this attitude that we can do it rather than saying that it's too hard.
This next award is familiar to anyone who's ever dreamt of building a brand new home.
Yep. Joe, you can only be referring to Display Home of the Year, perhaps.
That's right, Pete. The wonderful thing about a display home is that you don't have to visualise what your off-the-plan home will look like once it's built. Instead, you can literally walk through it.
And for so many of us, that peace of mind knowing that the couch will fit and the kids will have space to grow. In fact, 35% of the houses built in Australia each year are display homes.
And it isn't necessarily the biggest, most expensive home that actually wins in this category. To impress our expert judges, builders must achieve high marks in 4 main criteria areas.
And they are appearance. It should have a style that lasts decades. Orientation. It must be cool in summer and warm in winter. Livability. There should be useful and comfortable family spaces. And finally, value for money, high quality finishes using materials that fit the budget.
So the finalists for the Display Home of the Year 2021 are...
Orcastle Homes for the Palace region.
Next finalist, Eden Bray Homes for the Forsyth 33 Personal Ensuite.
Hall and Hart Homes for the Clifton 38 Modern.
And finally, Masterton Homes for the Harmony Exclusive.
I'll hand you back now to Simon, who will announce the winner.
Thanks, Pete. Okay, the Display Home of the Year for 2021 goes to Eden Bray Homes for the Forsyth 33.
The stepped facade and doubled hip roof gable gives the Forsyth 33 a classic and timeless look. Inside, finishing details like the wainscoting and the stunning timber staircase lend the home a welcoming atmosphere. The family and dining spaces open to an alfresco entertainment area, while upstairs a large games room provides an additional living area, so essential in families with older children. You can't run away, James.
Thank you, Johanna. I think it's amazing to be able to work on a home that people are going to call their home. To work with a builder of such standard and such a high quality, to be able to create a home with them as the interior designer is really an amazing experience. People come to us as clients and they want to build a home that they're going to live in forever and call their forever home. And I think that that's an amazing experience. And I wish to thank humbly the whole team at Eden Bray. To create a home of such a standard is really a team experience, and to be able to pass that on to the clients that then call this home that they walk through as a display home and say, I wish to call that something that I want to live in, is something utterly amazing. I wish to thank everybody here, and also remind everybody that we work in an amazing industry and that we get to work and create something that somebody wants to live in and call their own home. So thank you very much.
Well, great work, Eden Bray Homes. We're now at the pinnacle of this year's awards, the presentation of the 2021 Master Builder of the Year.
Yep, here we are. The judges have said choosing a winner this year was extremely difficult due to the number of worthy projects. As usual, the judges have considered all winners from each category. In the end, it came down to a vote, and the finalists for the 2021 Master Builder of the Year are
GNC Quality,
Innovative Building Services,
Pro Build Projects,
and Tiffany Projects.
Simon, it is back to you, who's going to announce the winner once more.
Okay, the Master Builder of the Year for 2021 goes to Pro Built Projects.
Jeff Rumkov, principal of Pro Built Projects, certainly took on a daunting build when he agreed to renovate this waterfront home in Double Bay. The house was in a partially demolished state and access was difficult. Further demolition of concrete walls, floors and roof had to be completed by hand, and the excavation and construction of a pool below sea level was hampered daily by the incoming tide. Our expert judges agreed that these and other factors required site management and planning of the highest order, while the complex design required a deep knowledge of the building process to achieve the architect's vision. The execution of the work across all trades and attention to detail was exemplary and driven by the builder working on site. The levels of finish achieved were faultless. Vadim Jefremkov of ProBuild is a worthy winner of the 2021 Master Builder of the Year.
I came to Australia just before the Olympics. Didn't have any friends or connection. I had $700, a backpack, and strong desire to succeed. It took me almost 2 years to find my passion in building and my desire to create beautiful houses. I've been in construction for almost 20 years. All my building experience and knowledge developed through all these years has come down to this challenging project. We challenge ourselves on every job and try to improve every time. Every project comes with new challenges that makes the job more interesting and rewarding. This is what gives us the drive to work in construction. As we're saying, if you can dream it, we can build it. I would like to thank all the people along my journey that had faith in me, my parents for letting me do what I love, and for giving me freedom to find my own way in life, my best friend and wife for supporting me and giving honest feedback even on my craziest ideas, as well as taking care of our beautiful children. I will always be grateful. I would like to thank you to my hardworking team, all tradesmen, architects, interior designer, and engineers. It's all because of you that we could achieve this incredible result. Working with all of you is what makes working for ProBuild projects special. Thank you for all the clients for putting your trust in us and for your patience. Nothing beats the feeling of seeing happy clients at the end of the project. It is what motivates me and our team to succeed. Thank you everyone for supporting us, and thank you MBA for this award. Your dedication towards improving our building industry and inspiring our next generation. Thank you.
Congratulations, well done. That was awesome. A great speech. Good job.
Beautiful heartfelt speeches, Joe, from all of our major winners. From the smallest to the largest of builds, every entry in every category demonstrated a high level of expertise and skill.
Yeah, on behalf of the Master Builders Association, thank you all for joining us for the 2021 Excellence in Housing Awards. Listen, congratulations to all of our winners. Enjoy the rest of your night.